You know, I have watched a lot of anime. I have seen villains who wanted power, villains who wanted revenge, villains who simply wanted to watch the world burn. But I don't think I have ever seen a character like Meruem because his story isn't about a monster destroying humanity. It's about a monster slowly discovering what it actually means to be a human. And honestly, I think that's why Hunter x Hunter's anime ending still stays with so many people. When Meruem is first introduced, there's nothing human about him. He kills his own soldiers. He murders innocent people without hesitation. He believes strength alone decides who deserves to live. If you are weak, your life has no value. It's cruel, it's terrifying, but strangely, it's also incredibly simple. And that's what makes him such a frightening villain. He isn't evil because he enjoys suffering. He genuinely believes this is simply how the world works. Then everything changes. Not because someone defeats him, not because he loses a battle, but because he loses to a blind girl at a board game called Gungi. Think about that. The strongest creature alive, the king of the Chimera ants, unable to defeat someone who physically couldn't even see the board. He loses again and again and again. At first, his pride can't accept it, but then something beautiful begins happening. He stops seeing Komugi as weak. He begins respecting her, then protecting her, then looking forward to seeing her again. And without realizing it, the creature who once believed human life had no value finds himself caring about one human more than anything else. I think this is the exact moment Meruem starts becoming human. Not because he becomes kind, not because he stops fighting, because he becomes curious. He starts asking questions, questions he would have laughed at before. Why do humans protect each other? Why are they willing to sacrifice themselves? Why does Komugi keep smiling even when she has nothing? Power stops being enough. He wants understanding. And honestly, I think that's one of the most human things anyone can do. Then, and I love this fight, not because of the action, but because it's really a clash between two different species. Meruem believes evolution makes him superior. Netero knows something Meruem doesn't. Humans don't always win because they are stronger. Sometimes they win because they are willing to become the monsters. After giving everything he had, Netero smiles, thanks his opponent, and reveals the poor man's truth. The bomb explodes, and for the first time, Meruem looks afraid. Not because he is dying, because he finally understands what humanity is capable of. All this time, he thought humans were weak. Yet, the single most terrifying weapon in the entire story was created by humans. It's almost ironic. The monster learns compassion, while humanity reminds him how cruel it can become. But none of that is the saddest part. The saddest part comes afterwards. Meruem survives, barely. He is dying. His memory is slowly return. And suddenly, the king who wanted to rule the world doesn't care any more about that. He doesn't want revenge. He doesn't want power. He doesn't even want to survive. He just wants to play one more game. Think about how incredible that is. The king, who believed the entire world belonged to him, spent his final moments asking permission to sit beside Komugi and play one last game. Not because he had to, because that's where he found happiness. Their final scene might honestly be one of the most beautiful scenes I have ever watched. No final battle, no dramatic speech, no desperate attempt to escape the death. Just two people sitting together, playing the game that brought them together until there was nothing left. And somehow that quiet ending hurt more than any fight ever could. I think that's why Meruem is remembered. Not because he was the strongest villain, but because he stopped being one. Hunter x Hunter begins by asking us to fear a monster. It ends by asking us to mourn him. And maybe that's Yoshihiro Togashi's greatest achievement. Meruem didn't teach us that monsters can become human. He taught us that being human was never about strength. It was about empathy, understanding, connection, and having someone you want to spend your final moments with. Maybe the greatest irony in Hunter x Hunter is that the character who understood humanity the most was never human at all.